Welcome back, everybody, to Cinema Geeks. We got a brand new trailer for you guys to check out. It's what was I about to? I was about to say something. It slipped my mind.
We hope you had a wonderful weekend. You know what I'm saying?
13th, all right. It's the 13th. You guys won't know this because it's not coming out on the 13th. But if y'all have a horror short, the 13th is next month, Friday the 13th. That is. But before we get into the trailer,
you got Virgin Galactic on space.
Oh yeah, Virgin Galactic. Yo, man, shit happened this past weekend. Yeah. Someone with space tourism started. Damn, it's crazy, yo. We living in a brand new time right now, yo.
Interesting time.
You know what? Just give you guys a round of applause, man. All right, so we got American Horror Stories. Season 1. So I don't know. I guess they just scrapped this American Horror Story, and they were just like, you know what? We're gonna do something called American Horror Stories, and I think this is gonna be like an anthology series where every episode is a different story. I think.
Isn't American Horror Story already
also an anthology? But the whole season follows one story arc, I guess. So
each episode will
it's gonna be a whole different story arc, I guess.
Finished. Yeah. The problem will be introduced and solved.
And solved in it,
Hopefully.
or not, if it ends on downbeats or whatever, you know. It looks like it's gonna be on Hulu. It's not gonna be on FX, the channel. Maybe it is gonna be on the channel, but it says FX on Hulu from what I'm looking at right here. So if you haven't got your Hulu subscription, you may need to get it if you want to check this one out here.
This is true. This is true.
I wonder if they're gonna keep some of like the old cast, because you know how they would always keep the cast, sort of majority of the cast.
Yeah.
They would kind of keep.
What was that lady's name?
I know, from Bird Box and with the movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Glass.
Yes.
And she was also in that Nurse movie, right? Wasn't she in a Nurse? Not a movie, the series. She played a nurse. No, am I wilding?
With the Alfred Hitchcock thing.
Yeah, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She played the nurse. Did she not?
I feel like it was her.
Maybe it was her.
I forgot her.
Then you had Quicksilver.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters was in it. You had what's her name's little cousin that's always in it?
You're talking about
the girl. She was also Nancy Drew at one point.
Yeah.
And
is it Roberts?
Yes. Something Roberts.
Julia Roberts' cousin.
Yeah.
Niece.
Yeah, I don't remember her first name, but she's in it.
She was on Nickelodeon.
Miss Roberts is in it. Who else is in it?
Damn it! Why can't I remember her name, dog?
It had a couple of people in it. We over here struggling with names, yo.
Precious. What's her real name?
Precious went in it. Gabrielle Sadu.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
Or Sade. I don't know if she's gonna come back in it, but that's what we're gonna check out now, right?
All right. Enough of this. Let's get into it.
Roll the film.
And now your trailer presentation.
Oh, we saw that light just turn on.
Yeah, like
different cast.
Horror on crystal meth.
Uh-oh.
It's a cinematic experience.
Don't lie!
Tristan, I believe in you. I get it. There are hundreds of spirits in this place. Most of them not very nice.
We're concerned
Wait, go
about
back
the
a
effect
quick
of
second.
violent content.
I thought I saw
Someone that you recognize? Where?
The guy who's Zach Morris. Is that not Zach Morris?
This guy? That's not Zach Morris.
He has a hair like him.
Yeah, he does have the hair.
Nice.
He's like an older Zach.
Yeah.
We're concerned about the effect of violent content on our society.
I'm sorry. That was dark. I went dark. I apologize.
There's so many wonderful ways to make people suffer.
Rate that trailer.
You know what? This actually looks pretty interesting. This looks like it may be better than American Horror Story. And I know a lot of people loved American Horror Story, but me personally, I just felt as though every season, because they tried to do so much, it just made the season drag on. But if they're going to do one-off stories, then it allows them to just, hey, this is what it is. You don't have to think about it too much. And I personally would be down for that. I remember in season 2, you have them they're dealing with aliens. They're in a mental ward. They're zombies. They're demons. There's a murderer. It was just like so many different components that it just, to me, became kind of laughable by the end of the second season. And they do that a lot from season 1, season 4. That's the one with the witches, the coven.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with this, hopefully they can just focus on one thing at a time, get that done, move on to the next thing, and not have to worry about tying it back into the story.
I hear you. I mean, I guess I don't really have that much of a problem with them doing stuff like that. Only 'cause it kind of added more to it to me, and it didn't really bother me. Like if they would add like if you were, it looked like, what was the one where they went back in time? Not back in time. It was kind of like probably like the 70s or 60s ish, and it was with the Covenant. That was the Covenant. No, that wasn't the Covenant. The Asylum. The Asylum one. Remember, it starts off where Evan Peters is in a house with his girl, and then all of a sudden
and aliens
come or whatever like that. But then throughout it, something else was happening where it was like a demon presence was in the asylum and everything like that. I mean, yeah, I can see why that would bother some people because it's kind of like it's like what are you focusing on? But to me, it felt like, are you just adding another like subplot or antagonist to the story? So it didn't really bother me as much. Just added more layers, and I feel like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think that was that the strongest season. Probably not. I liked how they depicted the aliens in that season though. That was kind of cool. How like when they came, they were just like
erase your memory,
messing up your communication. Your brain was just like you were glitching out. It just makes sense that like, oh, if aliens were around, they're like so much higher advanced in technology. If they want to get on Earth, they're just gonna be like, all right, let's just like glitch everybody in this radius right here, so they can't realize what the fuck is going on. But I don't know. I want to see if they can bring it home with each story. I know it's done. There's first of all, almost every streaming app right now I feel like has their own either horror anthology or sci-fi anthology.
Yep, it's a staple.
Yeah, so it's like, oh,
it's your new streaming starter pack.
Hulu is like, oh, let's do one ourselves. I feel like Hulu may already have one, but I feel like the fact that they're bringing American Horror Stories to them as this is going to be their horror anthology, that's going to bring a lot of fan base to like already. Because everybody that's already in American Horror Story just going to go and watch American Horror Stories. What I was just looking at though, wasn't the last season American Horror Story 10? Or was... Because I keep seeing
it's American Horror Story X, right? Wasn't that what it was?
That's what it was?
Wasn't it American Horror Story?
Oh, because I keep seeing stuff about American Horror Story 10, and I'm like, wait, is there another American Horror Story season coming? And they're doing a spin-off for the stories?
No, you're right. The last season of American Horror Stories was 9.
It was 9?
That was the 9th
So I keep seeing a lot of stuff saying 10. I don't know if this is fan stuff or not, but I haven't seen a trailer. It keeps saying opening credits, so I don't know. Maybe they do have American Horror Story season 10 in the works, and well, I guess we'll look at that trailer later on as well.
Another thing I just want to note is the fact that these are all new actors, so that's pretty
what I was gonna say. Also, that's also all new faces in this. They didn't really keep any of the old, which also makes me think that there may be American Horror Story 10 season 10 coming, and they're probably just gonna keep the same not all of the same actors, but you know. They're going to have that thing where they're carrying a few of the same familiar faces to that one also. But
maybe we'll have crossovers.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, because then all of those seasons, if you saw the last season, you know that most of American Horror Story was like a universe where a lot of that was happening within the universe, I guess, reality, right?
Isn't that
because they intertwined the story. It was only weird because there was the characters
are played by the same
people, right? Like, all right, who's who then, you know? But yeah, what do you guys think about this American Horror Stories? Let us know in the comment section down below.
Type away. Let us know.
Type away. If you haven't already, go like this video. Go hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell.
As well as good for your health. This is Cinema Geeks.
All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to submit to the 13th Horror Film and Festival competition. Deadline is July 27th. I'm pushing it back. It could be as short as 15 seconds. That's a damn TikTok. Come on, baby. We out here.
TikTok, baby.
This is Cinema Geeks. Peace.
Bye, suckers. These hot dogs are gonna make America great again.
Hey guys, I don't know if you heard, but Waves Club YouTube channel is splitting up into 3 different sections. You're gonna have Waves Club for all your comedy skits, then you're gonna have Press Play University for all your dope educational videos, and then we got Cinema Geeks for all your film related and media topics. And this will all be called Waves Digital.